need to like.
Let's just flow. We flow.
Yeah, we doing it.
All right. So.
Yeah, that's what the 7 strategies.
Yes.
Because I got it down right. Like, so as we talked about our struggles in our business, right? Like because we're always
right?
talking about,
okay, good.
Because we're always talking about, because we're recording, right, baby? Look at my phone.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, I thought you did upload.
Oh, no, we're good.
Okay.
So as we're talking about like the struggles in our business, you know, and as entrepreneurs, everything doesn't just, it's not like when you're working, you're an employee, right? You just get a consistent paycheck, right? You're always hustling. So like if you have a consulting business, then you're prospecting for clients, but you're also building content for your business, and then you're doing your marketing, and then you're using advertising, funnels and or advertising channels and sales funnels to, you've got all of these layers.
Showing up at networking events.
You're networking, you're doing all kinds of things to really build your reputation. You're getting your speaker reel together because you want people to see you as an authority in your field. Like there's so many different things that you do, you know, and I know I'm preaching to the choir because you two guys, so Babe, who's in the background watching us.
Okay, I'm gonna come in. I thought you were gonna say the 7 before I interrupted, so we could get all that shit in there.
You were gonna do what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So Babe has a podcast, the Anti-Podcast, where he, delves into the journeys of employees and entrepreneurs in the cannabis industry of color, people of color, and really highlights their stories and gives people inspiration and resources, people to reach out to for like internship opportunities or, a quid pro quo relationship, but on a mutually beneficial, very organic scale, not something that's capitalist in nature, but something that's going to benefit the whole community and themselves. Yeah. So partnerships is one of the ways that you achieve that brand amplification that you really need. Like we have similar audiences. We have people of color who are looking to elevate. And no matter whether that's by building a brand from a startup to a small business to a medium business, etc., or by getting into a holistic journey of internal self-reflection and like alignment from medicine and herbs to meditation and mindfulness to introspect and education, and just entrepreneurship and really finding your journey through cannabis or through, wine or through, natural medicine and remedies or through, whatever your journey is, to have a support system for that. Yeah. And that's what these brand partnerships do. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. That's in our mission statement. It's like the 3 E's we say: elevate, educate, elevate, and empower. Right? That's the whole point. Is that we want to educate people so that they feel good about themselves in the sense that they know. Knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is always power.
So true.
The more you know, the better you are off. Regardless of whether it's information that you feel good about or you feel bad about, whatever. You need to know if there's something wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Right? The same way. So this power that you give them allows them to live a better life. Yeah. And it's the same way with this, like
if they choose to receive it.
Right, if they choose to receive it. But that receptiveness is on their own part. Yeah. That's nothing that you can do for people who are not receptive. Yeah. But the best thing that you can do is show love and compassion. And that's why our whole platform exists, because we want to show people that compassion and love can exist on a structural basis, and individual to individual, like everybody deserves that. Yeah. Right.
You gotta be intuitive.
You gotta be intuitive.
What's going on around you.
Exactly.
And that's some things that we highlight in the new, not the new season, but the new anti. So we're going to be highlighting exactly how we've used cannabis in the past, how we used it
ancestrally.
Exactly. Yeah. How that was impacted on our lives and how we were affected by it. And
absolutely.
The steps, even before slavery, before that shit, before the transatlantic slave kicked in, how we practiced and how it impacted us as a people.
Absolutely.
When we go back to our roots, we really need to go back. Like, we're diving into the roots of us being here, like coming to America. Yes. And those roots, majority of the roots that society focuses on. Because I love diving into the positive side. My good side, Frederick Douglass, fucking W. Du Bois, everyone. But the sides that we see are the true hardships that we've fucking gone through.
Right.
Killings, murders, all this shit. And it's,
the journey of cannabis to get from where it was and its whole journey ancestrally to where it is today, and why so this season for the Anti-Podcast, we're focusing on that journey so that people can have information. Because like you said, information is power. When you know where you come from, then you know how you need to move and what you need to use it for. So find purpose in cannabis, right? Empower yourself to take part in ownership in some way, shape, or form. Because not only will he be talking about the history of cannabis and how and using that as inspiration for education and empowerment, but also providing resources to help people to get into cannabis ownership for themselves. So
the goal is to show you exactly how cannabis and our African ancestry are tied. We are bonded.
Well, I want to know what you guys think about something, because now I'm curious about this. So there's a lot of things that are pointing towards a different direction of ancestry, right? And our understanding of it. And this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, but there's the idea that a lot of the African Americans who are here in the U.S. today and lineages that have been passed down are actually more Native American than anything else, right? And the reason why there's so much power in this statement is because if you look at it and you convince a population that they aren't really a part of this land, then it easily makes it easy for them not to care about this land, or not be connected to it, or not feel ownership to it, or not feel like they have a birthright or anything to it, right? No connection. So then you look at a whole populace of people who've been miseducated and misinformed and mistreated and abused and indoctrinated because they think that their culture is not what it's supposed to be, or they think that it's in another place and they have no connection to it.
They don't know. They have no identity. You're talking about people, and this is true. This is a whole race of people. The African American race is a race of people who have to recreate and refine our own unique identities.
Absolutely.
So we have to turn to systems and solutions like AfricanAncestry.com, because African ancestry, because our parents, our ancestors didn't have it. My great-grandmother didn't have AfricanAncestry.com. I know that my great-grandmother was a Japanese war bride. I know that my great-grandfather was, World War veteran. So I know that these little bits and pieces, but we have to know further. And, when you have Black doctors tracing you back to your exact tribe or to your exact Native American nation or African nation, and you can find your true identity and you can find something with which to assimilate other than just the Black American experience, your conscious elevates. You have a sense of self, and because that's been stripped from us for so long. And even further, having a sense of self is this journey of self-awareness where we know who we are, we're comfortable with exactly who we are, we're comfortable with how we're perceived in society. We take that and we'll run with that. That's a source of pride. Because the same thing that other cultures might look down upon, we're proud of. We're proud that we fought to get to where we are today, because it has made it easy for everyone else to get to where they are. Every culture has had their martyrs, and people of color, Black people specifically, save America over and over again. You're talking about cultural infusion where there is none present. You're talking about Hispanics and South Americans and Brazilians and Jamaicans and Haitians and Cubans, and you're talking about people of color who bring their own culture and make America really great.
And you're not talking about just fighting not culture, but fighting anti-culture.
Right.
Fighting the idea to destroy this culture. Right?
To homogenize society. To make society into one thing.
To take away meaning. From the food that we eat. To the everything. To the literature that we read, the poetry, the music, all of it. All of it.
Yeah. And you have to get back to it.
We do.
And getting back to that is clarifying who you are and what you want to be. Mindfulness is a great way to do that. And then by clarifying and isolating and really getting clear on who you are and in your mental space, and tuning out things like the radio, news, because what can you do about it? Right? Yeah. Like, okay, so Lil Fizz broke up with April Jones, okay? Great.
Right. So that's shit that you shouldn't even care
about.
Like,
but it's so popular, you know, or Donald Trump, you know, did this, or in the impeachment proceedings this happened, or there's another lawsuit, or it's noise. It is constant distraction. And like we were talking about, one of the biggest driving factors of complacency and lack of organization behind people of color coming together and really building true communities that are reciprocal, that carry reciprocity amongst one another. So we're talking about partnerships amongst different entities that allow us all to benefit, right? And building a whole community behind that. So one of those things is saying, okay, well, I want to partner with people who are in a similar audience and, you know, benefit from this message. And this is one of those ways to do that. So like I said, I have these 7 ways of really benefiting from mindfulness, and I would like to share them.
Specifically for entrepreneurs, right?
Specifically for anybody, even a professional. Professional. I mean, because here's the thing about being a professional. What are you a professional of, right? True. You really have to get centered on what it is that you really want it to be focused on. And I've been through a whole gamut of industries in my career to really get to the point to where I focus on minority-owned businesses because I know the minority market. I know that what we struggle with are distractions, and I want to see us superfluous. Like I want to see us in abundance, but in a greater scale. And it is happening. People are organizing behind great things, and we are starting our own VC firms, and we have just our own organizations that really support us, whether it be from medicine and herbs to now media to, startups. And so it's just beautiful to see the community that's building around minorities. But one of the things that I think that we miss is because we're so inundated with ads and life, that focus is gone. So my 7 top things that you kind of gain from mindfulness, for anybody who just wants to elevate their being, their brand, their position in life, is focus. Getting clear on your message and who you are, your brand, who you want to be, how you want to show up, all that. Concentration and having the ability to endure, and focus on one task instead of people saying, oh, I'm a multitasker. Say, I am the master of this task for this hour, and I'm going to give it my sole undivided attention, because when you can give it that undivided attention, you do it at its very best for that time period, and you can just get through anything. You can build a course, you can build an app, you can do anything you want if you just protect your time. So I go into that. Execution, when you're in those highly productive moments, and you can understand what they are. It's like when you first wake up, you've got this burst of energy and your ideas are coming, right? But not if you're scrolling through Twitter or the news feed.
You're misdirecting your energy.
Your mind is on that, on Meghan Markle and print area or whatever on anything that's going on, any little notification, silence it all. Yeah. I don't even turn my phone on. Like, my husband knows, like, if you need me, call me. Don't send me no text message, because I don't have notifications for text messages, because I honestly feel like if it's urgent enough, call me. Yeah. And if it's really urgent, call me twice.
Absolutely.
And if it's not that urgent, I, like, when I'm in my productivity mode, like, all emails, everything is silenced. I turn off my email. I don't look at my phone. I turn it over. I tell my husband, like, babe, love you. I know you're going to lunch. I'm going into do not disturb mode, because I'm not answering this phone. Yeah. I'm zoning. Yeah. I'm feeling good. Yeah. My music is flowing, and I'm good. Like, right? You got the incense going, your moods, your music, everything's good, and you've set the tone. Yeah. So production, output. Yeah. Like, execution is actually getting into the grind, but what are you accomplishing at the end of the day? What's your output? That's the production. And then results. And results are just energy, right? Like, if your production is a piece of content marketing, then what type of likes and engagement are you getting from your audience based on that? That's energy, right? Those are your results. If you're putting out your next package product and you boost your post on, IG, and you're like, you got the close up of your leaves, and you got that, and you got, just in new product, and you got, bam, heal this, take care of this, get rid of this with this product, and people are starting to buy from your IG post. Those are results. Those are your customers saying, you know what? I love that you showed me the quality of this product. You put a close-up on it. You helped me to see why I can trust it. And then you showed me what it's going to do for me in your post, and you made it really easy. And you're going to help me save money on getting my body together. And you told me that this is going to help me align my body with my mind. I'm going to buy it. Mm-hmm. That's energy. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I trust your brand. Mm-hmm. I believe in you enough to invest in you. You caught my attention. And that's energy. Right. So absolutely, those are your results. Energy, your feedback, what people give back to you. And then repeat.
So all this is in your course?
Repeat and automate. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is in my course that I am currently building. I've been so focused on Pitch, Invest, Grow, which is an event that we are.
I thought we were
putting together. Putting it together. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, I did, because we don't like the concept of pig, but we don't like that shit. We have, in my mind, I say it so much because I just shorten it. So Pitch, Invest, Grow is a platform. It's a 1-day, 3-hour event that allows minorities to connect with minority investors, minority-focused investors. Mm-hmm. You will pitch your brand as a minority investor. I know we're going to have AK in the house, and we're going to have this brother here is going to be presenting some amazing opportunities for African Americans and people of color, brown and black people, to get into cannabis. Mm-hmm. He's going to launch a new concept to the diaspora that's going to help us organize and really take ownership with all of the resources that we need. Absolutely. To really make it easy for us to claim what is ours, which you will learn by listening to his podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And then by getting mindful and getting in alignment with your body, your soul, and your spirit. Absolutely. And it's like a trifecta. You already know. You get an alignment internally. You get an alignment with your entrepreneurial spirit, and I show you how to build your brand. And I think another thing you touched on that's like so unifying in all of our 3 brands and businesses is the fact that we're creating a network like this, right? Yeah. Building this foundation for us to all prosper and thrive on for generations. Yeah. Like, this is something that your grandkids are going to be eating off of and still be living off of it and being able to, sustain themselves with. Yeah. Right? Like, this is our time. This is our time. Yeah. We got to build something. Silent anymore. Yeah. Absolutely. The truth is out there. We are put here for a reason. I realized it, like, even further when I interviewed you on the first podcast. We're all put here for a reason. Yeah. And the first thing as a black person
I think you need to look at is building your community.
Absolutely.
We see that we're divided. We see that we're shattered.
Yeah.
We're broken and we're distracted, and we need to come together. In doing this, I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care about your political value. I don't care about your religious ideals. None of that matters. This is us trying to be better than what we
have been.
This is us going back to our roots, showing it was there. Let's emulate that. Let's not fucking carry on this depiction of what white people honestly want to see us as. What the world wants to see us as.
It's you stepping up to your destiny and honoring your ancestors.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do need to honor them because it's not happening.
And they gave
take a month. They gave us a month.
Yeah.
And you hear about our history and our ancestry, but do you understand its impact?
Right. And how are you using it to share that? Like, how are you going to better the world around you?
Absolutely.
Right? Because we find that brands that end up doing well and really catching on in virality are brands that are now doing big things, right? Like Tom's. People know Tom's to be this very recycle friendly, very earth friendly brand. Same with, like, for a woman, I'm a woman, so Rothy's and the little pointed toe shoes, they're all made out of plastic bottles. One of those ways to recycle all of the waste back into something great. And just really seeing, like, minority brands that are popping up, like Homme Noir. She's it's like a health consciousness brand for Black women who they go on these like excursions to different retreats on islands and things like that to really get your mind straight and really mentality. Black girls do yoga Paris, in Paris, France. And just this time last year, we were in France taking Black history walking tours throughout the French quarters because, the arrondissement.
W. Du Bois made his way over there to present and argue us, like our existence in America.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we had there were Black French generals in the army, and then a lot of American soldiers were sent to help the French as allies. And
of course they sent the Black people first.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But no, it was really great for us because we started to build over there. If you think about a lot of our Black musicians and people who just spent so much time over there that
Black culture has
Zora Neale Hurston, W.E.B. Du Bois, Richard Wright. I mean, so many Black scholars spending so much time. Dick Gregory speaks very highly of being in France and the Black culture that's immersed there. And when you're in France, it's like either you're French or you're not French. It's not like, oh, you're Black French or you're French Noir. You're just French or you're not French.
Absolutely.
They have monuments for it.
Wow.
That's amazing.
And it's because you get to see a different freedom of Black culture. It's the same as like being in the Netherlands. Like when we did a quick stop in the Netherlands at the Amsterdam airport and in that area, I mean, it was like 30% Black. People were they were super cool. I mean, everybody was just talking. It was just a freedom, a mentality. It was just light. It didn't feel like somebody was going to walk in with a bomb because a group of Black people were congregated, or there was religious extremists or something. It just felt comfortable, and you really want to reach that level of comfortability where you are, and that's what I think that we're building.
Absolutely. And we deserve that because there's so many traumas that people exist with. And the only way to build through that is create a space and a structure for freedom and a structure for safety. And prosperity.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
No matter the topic you actually discuss. That's like the baseline of all of us. Create that mental space, channel what you need internally, and then grow from there. Grow to your history, grow into whatever.
Ultimately, we're building a microeconomy that's gonna be everything. That's going to be able to sustain everything. And not just for us, but for other people and people like us, and for people that aren't related to us, people who have nothing to do with us, but who just look like us, and they also deserve to have something like this. And that's why.
So they can't complain. Like,
exactly.
It wasn't out there.
Exactly. We have so much talent in our communities, man. We got so much talent in our communities that it's crazy to think that we won't be able to do all this on our own. And really so quickly and so efficiently. It's just about organizing and keeping things structured. But I would say it's a big call for all creatives, entrepreneurs, all kinds of artists, and people who have talent out there to bring yourself to the table, because we are creating this microeconomy, and it's very real, and it's gonna put food on everybody's table.
What's one of the events that you have coming up where people are partnering together?
So I got a couple events coming up. So one of the main ones that we're partnering together on is Free Space in February 15th. So this is gonna be another iconic event. This is the second in the series. The first one we did was on 1/11, so January 11th we did that, and that was it was incredible.
That was in DC.
Yeah, it was right here in DC. So basically what we did is we were working with a very intimate space. It's me and my partner Hemp, and he is an artist, entrepreneur, as well as a creative, and he also has a food truck as well.
Oh yeah,
he's a vegan food truck.
That's crazy. Oh, he's got a vegan food truck.
There's a lot of alignment.
What's his food truck called?
It's called VAF. VAF. So he's still getting up.
Vegan as well.
Vegan as well.
Yeah.
So he's still working on getting everything up as far as fixing the truck and getting a couple things up. But his food is phenomenal.
Well, we can't wait to see that IG pop up, yo.
Oh, absolutely.
When that IG pops up, please share it.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
But
basically.
Partially. He still does like a couple events and catering and stuff, but the food truck itself is still being reconstructed right now. It's doing a couple upgrades and renovations on it. But basically, Kent and I had created this beautiful curated event called Free Space, in which it is a call for all artists, creators, curators, entrepreneurs, anybody who wants to express themselves. So we have an artist performing selection there, where we have curated some local artists from the DMV area who want to pull up and showcase their talents, and then we also have an open mic selection for people to pull up and do their thing if they feel comfortable enough to do so. It's a very intimate space and an intimate vibe. Everybody in there is here for this message of creative and communal prosperity. And so,
what if your brand is like a digital brand? Do you have like a projector? Like, is there an opportunity can you at some point like consider showcasing like an advertising somewhere on the building, or like the projection screen up or something like that?
So like right now we've been doing everything completely on our own. So that's why even the space that we're working with this time and last time has been a very small space. But in March we're hoping to move to a bigger venue. And as we continue growing, we want to integrate more aspects of brown and black business culture into these things too, right? To allow all of our businesses to thrive and aspire together. Because the idea is that you're reaching more audiences, because we're all bringing our own people, right? Let's say that you have 10 vendors in the room. Each vendor is going to bring at least 2 people, 10 people, whatever. They're bringing their own folks, and you're interacting with new audiences. And on top of that, there's just the incredible amount of talent in the building is ridiculous. Last time,
want to connect with
man, what? We have.
Like that. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Like, there's a quick plug in Hyattsville. There's like a vegan, all black kitchen. Like
which one?
Yeah, like it's like $25 or $35 to enter, and then there's like an all black kitchen. I don't know. Like, you just gotta Google it. You gotta Google it.
But yeah, so Free Space is gonna be dope. Last time we had some incredible performances come out there, and actually there was a couple times everybody in the room was crying because it was so emotional.
Oh, wow.
And that's what I mean. It's supposed to be a space for community. Right? We want people to be able to think and look forward to this every month and say that, you're gonna be here for space, right? This is exactly what our communities need. This. It's a free and safe space for you to express yourself. Just be around other kindred spirits, be around love and compassion for one night. There's no bullshit, there's no anything.
No judgment.
No judgment. It's also a free event, so you don't have to pay anybody. Right? You don't have
the baby, babysitter,
that's all it is. Bring your kid if you want to. It's child friendly. We had actually one of our artists who did the open mic performance last time. He brought one of his kids as well.
Oh wow!
And his son was his videographer and everything.
I was about to say, you need to get that shit online.
Absolutely.
Hip hop and all that shit.
Absolutely.
That shit needs to be documented.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if y'all saw the little video promo clip that we did and put up, but it's
we saw it. We just looked at
it. So that's the idea, man. We're trying to bring together everybody in this community to build this microeconomy in a realistic way, and this is an every month thing. So we're gonna have free space every single month this year, and see where it builds and goes from there. The idea is just pull us all together and keep moving.
You're gonna attract more and more people.
Absolutely. I hope to see y'all there.
We got to come.
I already told you. You said the 15th.
Yes, sir. February 15th. Be there, man. And it's free ticket. Just RSVP online. That's all.
We got to experience that, and really build upon these safe spaces.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think we got a good sense of your brand. So give us a quick recap on your brand, and like why people should come to you, and how to reach you on social media.
So there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of CBD companies out here right now. The market is flooded and filled. But I was explaining to you guys earlier, it's basically a lot of it is white labeling. 90% of it is white labeling coming from 3 or 4 major big brands and retailers. So a lot of people go to these stores and they want quality and they're looking for their medicine and their health, and they end up having to buy whatever is just sold to them. And it's really unfortunate because this is supposed to be a healing commodity. It's supposed to be something that's helping them. So I would say one of the biggest things that kind of separates us from a lot of others in this industry is we're not doing it in the sense to be here to make money off of you and to sell you something. We're trying to do this to heal. Our story, like you guys can watch the other podcast. I'm not going to go into that too much. But our story originated from a place of me trying to heal my brother and me trying to heal the people around me that were in pain. And one thing led to the next, and that's what has built us to where we are today, right? But our core values are in honesty and transparency and compassion, right? And we will always be committed to those 3 values, because that's everything that we are, and that's the reason why we exist. So that's what translates into our product creation, our message, the education and the wellness that we do. All of it is about compassion and being able to spread that love from one individual to another, and living that love within yourself so that you can heal yourself as well, and you can see the difference in the product quality. We also make sure that all of our ingredients are medical grade, and they're also therapeutic grade and lab tested. For the transparency aspect, we also put the lab test right on the QR code on our products. It's on the label, so people can scan it with their phone and they know exactly what's going into it, and that it's certified by an IAS certified lab testing facility. Everything.
That's medicine.
That's medicine. I mean, we don't want to play around, right? This is literally what people are using to better their lives. I see clients every day who it changes their life and it allows them to go to work every day and allows them to fulfill more productive lives, right? That's so beautiful, and that's the reason why we're trying to do this. On the other side of things, of course, support small business. We always say we do everything self-funded. We don't have any investors. We don't have any partners. 51% of this company is my mom's name, because that's the way that I do everything. This is the way for me to get back and build equity for my family as well and get back to my parents. So I'm not ever taking investment from anywhere, because I don't think that is really worth it to me. I think we were talking about that earlier about where I want to take this brand. This brand is a stepping stone and an ability for me to build something even more bigger and something more beautiful, to curate more love for people and be in a platform where I can spread compassion even better. Right now I can do this with AK, and that's cool, and I'm going to keep on building and building and building and until I can get to this and really be able to reach people and give love.
So I truly believe in setting intention. And just really surrounding yourself with that intention. So just own it, you know what I mean? Add it, like I'm gonna save, 20 more customers this month, or these next 3 months, and because you really and your brand needs to grow. It deserves to grow at that scale.
Absolutely. And that's why the goals that I set for myself aren't can I make $1,000 today? Can I sell this many products? My goals are very much related to value creation, right? It's about what can I do for these people? What can I make this better for people? How can I make this experience better for people?
How am I helping?
I mean, your brand needs to be one of those represented ones on TV instead of the fucking ones you see that are poisoning us.
Man, did I ever tell you guys? Did I ever tell you guys? Chris Harrington from Shark Tank? Like, he was one of the original sharks.
Oh yeah.
Which It's not. What was his nickname?
I can't remember. I don't know. But yeah, he runs As Seen on TV.
I wonder if he's about.
No. He that's my bad. This is Kevin Harrington. My bad, Kevin Harrington. So this is a dude who he runs As Seen on TV now. Yeah. Like that big ass television network that for commercials and everything. He had hit us up. His company had hit us up and to work together and to promote on their networks and like all of it, right? Yeah. I turned down their offer after looking at their proposal and having a couple meetings with them because what they were asking me to do is give them a percentage of equity basically, and they would promote everything for us and help us with distribution. I'm sure I could have made a whole lot of money off of that, right? I'm sure I could make $1 million off of that. But it's not worth it to me because to me, I'm not trying to sell this brand. The point of this brand is to build something beautiful and allow it to be a space for freedom for people and expression, right? If people can heal themselves, if at the end of the day, if I've healed 10 people, then I'm good. Then I'm good. And I've already seen the beautiful results of the actions that we've taken and the sacrifices that we've made, right? Like everything that we built towards, like there's been validations for it in people's health right now. So I'm just going to continue doing this. I'm not worried about what people are talking about. Right? Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
We let go too fast. I'm not letting go. Keeping some of this shit.
Yeah, keep it, man. Keep it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll, I guess we'll go ahead and probably chop this up into a couple pieces so that it's not too long.
I know.
But
I know. We're going to have to.
We'll share the information for the upcoming events.
Yes.
Well, we'll share the IG pages and everybody can kind of follow whoever they want to follow and follow all of us.
Yes.
And if you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe and comment, because when you give us good energy, it allows us to keep, that's good feedback for us, and we can keep sharing more pro-black combo, pro-black and brown combo and content to inspire you and educate you towards your next step. Yeah.
We all need to start
collaboration. Collaboration. So we'll drop our contact info below so that we can all collaborate together. Whether you want to, get started on your brand journey and your mindfulness journey, whether you want to be featured on the Anti-Cannabis podcast, which is launching its newest season this spring, whether you want to, go and have your personal session with AKAveksha and get some good quality guidance on what you need to do to really align your energy and balance your body from, through CBD and through, natural medicine and remedies. So, Ayurveda. So, we'll leave our contact info below.
Yes. Appreciate y'all, man. The message is network, compassion. Know this. Yes.